I am Samina Tariq and today I'm sharing a recipe for chicken masala curry. In this recipe we make a nice masala sauce by using the onions, tomatoes, ginger and garlic and seasoning and spices. And then we add either boneless chicken or chicken on the bone to the sauce and cook in its own juices by only adding a tiny splash of water. Now if you want a bit more masala sauce, what you can do is add 1 to 1.5 cup of water and leave it on low heat. And I'll start the recipe with a list of ingredients. In my ingredients list, I have 1 kg of baby chicken. It's on the bone and cut into curry pieces. I have couple of tomatoes which are being peeled and cut. Couple of onions which are peeled and I'm going to show you how to cut them. I have 1 teaspoon of butter here, a little oil for cooking, red chili powder, turmeric powder, salt, dry methi leaves, some ginger and garlic, dried chili flakes, some ground and whole garam masala, green chilies and some bay leaves. Okay, I'm just going to show you how to chop the onions. You can always peel them and use your blender or a chopper, just quickly chopping them. If you mince them too fine, they are difficult to dissolve in a curry sauce. It's better to just do them roughly. But when you're using a knife to cut them, it's better to cut them quite fine. So we start by heating a little oil. Now at this stage, if you're using the whole spices, you can always use them. I'm just adding a little cumin seeds, some bay leaves, in goes the onions, and I'm going to saute and brown the onions for a good few minutes. Meanwhile, I'm adding a little oil to this garlic and ginger or some water and going to blitz it to a paste. Now the onions have turned soft and they're looking nice golden brown. I'm adding about a couple of teaspoons of ginger and garlic, half teaspoon of turmeric, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 heaped teaspoon of red chili, some dried chili flakes, dry methi leaves. You can always add the dry methi leaves later on, but I'm just adding them just now, and the tomatoes. After a few minutes of frying, we're adding the water as usual and cooking this masala sauce. If you're using a pressure cooker, always remember that you can make the masala sauce but not cook the chicken itself for a curry in a pressure cooker, because the chicken cooks quite quickly and it's just gonna fall apart. About 1 to 2 cups of water. Bring to boil and simmer on medium heat. So the water has reduced and we're stir frying the sauce for a good few minutes before we can add the chicken. It's become quite condensed and oil is separated from it. We're just ready to add the chicken for stir frying. Now this stage is quite important to saute and fry the meat in this sauce, is to seal the meat properly, and it also helps to make the sauce smooth. I'm keeping 1 cup of hot water here at the side, so I'm just gonna add a tiny splash at a time if the sauce becomes too condensed, and I'm going to stir fry it for a good 5 to 7 minutes. Now, if you like the chicken, I say quite nice color, what you do is you add a little water and put the lid on, and that colors the chicken slightly. See? It's just for a few minutes. It's not going to be forever. If you leave it for too long, it's going to stick to the base. So the chicken is sauteed and stir fried for a good few minutes, and I'm ready to add a little water just to cook it. From half cup to 1 cup is fine, depending how much sauce you're needing. So I'm going to let it simmer. I'm just going to cover it and let it simmer on low heat for about 5 to 7 minutes. If you want to add a nice rich flavor without adding too many calories, you can add just a knob of butter. I have melted butter here, which is, I'm just using half a teaspoon. And also add the garnishing ingredients. And a pinch of ground garam masala. So this is our finished dish, chicken curry. I'm serving it with naan. It's really nice with parathas, naan, chapatis or rice.